feel like if you take small steps daily, why am I not like this? Why? Welcome back everyone, I hope everyone is doing amazing. So in today's video I will be sharing my daily non-negotiables. These are habits that are simple little habits that I follow in order to become the best version of myself, my dream woman, her, however you want to call it. These are simple habits that help me reach my goals and become that person that I am dreaming of. I know that some people think that becoming your best self or becoming your dream woman can be super duper hard and you have to be so strict with yourself and do all these extreme changes in your daily life. I feel like it's not this way at all. Of course you want to work hard, of course you want to be disciplined, and discipline is definitely not that easy. But I feel like if you take small steps daily, they're going to lead you to your final goal. So for example, if you want to have a cleaner space and you feel like you are a messy person, it's better to not call yourself a messy person, and you might want to start with a quick 5-minute cleanup every day. So you set your timer, 5 minutes, you do a quick cleanup and that's it. And you build from there. Maybe the next week you will clean for 10 minutes daily. Or if you want to become a reader, you start with 2 pages today, 5 pages next week, and you build yourself up. Becoming your best self, your dream woman, shouldn't be something that scares you and make you feel like it's not realistic, it's not reachable, because it definitely is. And a great way to become your best self, your dream self, is to take small little steps daily. So I feel like these non-negotiables that I'm going to share with you today are the habits that help me become my best self. So you already saw number 1, my skincare. I don't neglect my skincare. As soon as I will wake up, I will do my simple skincare just to make sure that my skin is healthy and ready for the day. Apply my sunscreen. Of course, stretching is a non-negotiable for me. I didn't used to do that. I didn't used to stretch in my early 20s or when I was younger. I think I started stretching consistently at the beginning of this year, if I'm not mistaken, or at the end of 2022. I cannot really remember, but it has been quite a few months that I have been stretching consistently, and I can tell the difference. My lower back doesn't hurt that often anymore. I don't have those weird body aches that I used to have every now and then because I would work out and I wouldn't really stretch, or I would just wake up and go on with my day. I wouldn't take those few minutes to wake my body up slowly and stretch and make sure that my muscles and everything is working properly. Not that if you don't stretch, your body is not working properly, but it does make a world of a difference if you stretch. I have noticed that. And of course, if you watch my videos, you know that I always eat a good breakfast. I make sure that I have some fruit with my breakfast, of course protein. I try to eat protein with all of my meals, and especially my breakfast has to have protein. I cannot just start my day with croissant, let's say, or a little scone or something. No, I need to have protein with my breakfast, and I need to know that what I am putting into my body first thing in the morning is healthy and it's going to make me feel good. Of course, it has to be tasty, it has to taste good, so my breakfast is definitely always tasty. For me, I really love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day, but I can't just eat whatever because I can feel it in my stomach, I can feel it in my energy. I don't feel good if I do that. And another thing is that I cannot skip breakfast. If I don't eat, I cannot function. My stomach will hurt, my head will hurt, I will have zero energy. So breakfast is definitely another non-negotiable for me. And now we're going to move on to the fourth non-negotiable, which is journaling. I have been back into journaling. I did used to journal, then I stopped for a little while, or I was journaling every now and then. But now I try to do that almost every single day. I will write down 3 things that I'm grateful for, either before breakfast or after breakfast like today. Other times I will do it in the evening, or I will also write down some affirmations, just positive things that make me feel good. I am very cautious about what I write down on my journal. I try to be as positive as I can, but in my journal I write like I have already achieved my dreams, I have already achieved my goals. So we'll do my journaling and we will move on with the rest of my non-negotiables and with the rest of my day. It is much later and it is time for my next non-negotiable. My next non-negotiable is having lunch. You might be thinking, why am I sharing my breakfast, my lunch? Isn't it a given that someone is having their meals during the day? Actually, it is not. And I used to be the type of person who was skipping lunch because work was too crazy, because work was too busy, because I thought that if I ate and I stopped doing my work, the company would collapse. Obviously, I don't do that anymore. I work for myself, I can arrange my own schedule, and you best believe I'm just not going to do that ever again, to not eat lunch just because work is too busy. There are so many people who skip breakfast and they run out the door to go to their office, or they just skip lunch because work is very, very busy, and I find that super unhealthy to do. You don't have energy, you need food to fuel your body. How are we going to perform our best? Also, if you hear something, it is Bella. She's sniffing my lunch that I'm going to hit up. If you don't fuel your body, how are you going to perform your best at your job? How are you going to be just the best version of yourself in general? To be active, to show up for your loved ones, for your family, for your friends, to be able to enjoy your hobbies, to be able to just enjoy your life. If you don't have food in your body, there are so many issues that can occur. So I'm going to hit up some leftovers. I have some leftover lentil soup that I cooked yesterday. I'm also going to cut myself a little Greek salad, and I'm going to also have some bread. I will toast it to make it crispy and warm.
You're like my favorite record, spinning in my mind, your melody. I don't regret all of this wasted time, if you're the only one.
Alright, so this is going to be my lunch. The leftover lentil soup, a little Greek salad on the side, and 2 pieces of bread. This is not one of my most favorite foods, but it's healthy, so I will eat it. Bella is starting her dramatic behavior because she wants to eat the food. Well, time to have my lunch, and I will catch up with you later when I will share my next non-negotiable. Alright, it is time for my next non-negotiable, which is no other than moving my body, working out. I already changed into my active wear. I will just braid my hair to get it away from my face. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I work out 7 days a week, because I don't, but I do make sure that I move my body daily, even if that is just the stretching that I'm going to do in the morning, or just a quick walk on the treadmill or outdoors. I work out with my dumbbells 3 to 5 times a week. It depends on my energy levels, it depends on how I'm feeling. I'm not going to push myself too much if I feel like I cannot lift any dumbbells that day, but I normally work out with my dumbbells. But in case I don't feel like doing that, I will walk on the treadmill or outdoors. But moving my body definitely makes me feel 100 times better. I love feeling stronger, my posture is better, I can live my life better, as cheesy as this sounds. I can carry stuff better, I can move furniture around if I need to, I can carry heavy bags if I have to. I mean, with a limit, not unlimited weight, but still I love feeling stronger, capable, and I'm able to do that by working out. And of course, it has a huge impact on the way that I feel mentally too. It is no secret that working out has a huge impact on your mental health as well. You release endorphins, you release all that stress that you have been feeling, and you never regret a workout. Every time you finish a workout, you feel amazing. So moving my body is definitely a non-negotiable for me. Today is a shoulder day. I'm going to work out my shoulders. I might do also a bit of abs, and I will also walk on the treadmill for about half an hour on a fast pace. So that is the workout for today. Let's start.
Myself out on the table. I can't hear it, I can't fear it. I close my eyes and think what's wrong is right.
Alright, it is a bit later. Actually, it's a lot later. I had my dinner, I did my nighttime skincare, and I would like to share with you my last non-negotiable, which is a habit that I don't always do at night. Sometimes I do it in the morning, in the middle of the day, whenever I have the time and I feel like it. But that habit is to read. I have showed this book in previous videos as well. This is the book I'm currently reading, A Survival Guide for Life. I read already a few pages today, but I want to read a couple more chapters tonight. But reading is a huge part of my life now. It didn't always used to be this way. I used to see all these reading girlies that were reading so many books, and they were suggesting books, and they were hanging out at bookstores, and I always thought that it looked nice, like an aesthetic. But let's be real, reading books is not just an aesthetic. It's a hobby, it's part of your lifestyle, I want to say. I feel like books are definitely super fun. Reading is definitely one of my hobbies, and ever since I started reading on a regular basis, I understood the hype. I get the hype. I now understand how people love reading that much, because it is fun. I mean, no judgment if you don't like reading and you find it boring, or you feel like you don't have enough time to read. But for me, reading has definitely become one of my non-negotiables. I love to switch up the genres that I'm reading. So I will read a novel, then I will read a self-development, self-help book, something about the human psychology, the way we think, the way we live, under that umbrella. I've been enjoying this book, but I think my next book is going to be a novel. And honestly, reading is, as I mentioned, fun for me, and it's also a very nice way to get my mind off of things, learn something, and also to not look at any screens, because sometimes in our free time we tend to scroll on our phones or we watch Netflix. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely going to watch a couple of Gilmore Girls episodes tonight, or a couple of Friends episodes, but I definitely also enjoy reading because it helps me stay away from screens for an extended period of time. I definitely don't want to scroll scroll a lot on my phone because I also look at the screen the whole day because of my work. I edit videos, so I have to look at a screen for many hours. So when I am taking a break off of work or when I am just relaxing, I want to do something that doesn't have to do with looking at a screen, my phone, my TV, my laptop. And reading is that very thing that helps me stay away from screens for a long period of time, because you know when the book is very good and you cannot put it down and you read chapter after chapter. I love when that happens and you don't even think about your phone at all. These are all my non-negotiable habits that I follow daily. Of course, I mentioned that in all of my videos, not all days are the same. Some days are busier than others, some days are harder than others, so I might skip my workout, I might not be able to read that day. I don't want you to create an image of me or of people you see online that we do these things and we follow these habits every single day with no breaks in between. Because even though these habits are part of my everyday life, and of course, like having breakfast and having my lunch, I have to do these things. I need to do these things in order to survive. For example, if I don't work out with my dumbbells for one day, or if I don't read a few pages of my book for one day, it is not the end of the world, and it doesn't mean that I'm not a healthy girl or that I'm not working towards my dream self. But these habits are definitely important to me and they are mostly part of my everyday life. So it is rare that I won't have these habits in my daily routine, but I want you to know that it can happen. Because sometimes, you know, we watch these videos and these people online showing their routines and their habits, and you wonder, why am I not like this? Why can't I read every day or work out 5 to 6 times a week? Or why can't I wake up super early? Always keep in mind that these people don't necessarily do these things every single day, 365 days a year. There are some days that are different than others, so always remember that. Be kind to yourself, try to become better than the person you were yesterday, but don't be too strict with yourself. We gotta have our habits, our discipline, but we always have to have compassion for ourselves and be kind to ourselves. So that would be all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!
There's pain in the struggle, and there's beauty in the pain. So if love is a struggle, I guess there's beauty in everything. There's peace in a